Trouble keeping up with the Joneses? It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Straight ahead, Aaron Jones, no picnic a week ago. He's looking for another big game. It'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. The numbers for Jones last week, 14 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play,
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And that's one of the reasons we like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game. I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Returnable here for Callaway. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the 1st quarter here tonight. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22.
319. You ain't going nowhere.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Hearns brings it in. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
630. Hey, 626.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Back out is Matthew Stafford in the Lions offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll be forced to reckon with the Atlanta Falcons. As for the 4 o'clock game, some good ones there as well. One being in Charlotte, where it'll be the Panthers taking on the Denver Broncos. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. on second down now. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field.
Holding.
This is in the area where it might be coming back. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet in rest.
Partner, the head coach is out of challenges now for the rest of the game. I'm not too sure he wouldn't like to have a few more challenges in his pocket.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And take it right on the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
Rodgers pass complete to Robert Tonyan. Touchdown.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
They come out here in the eye. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Throwing is Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down at Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing again at Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, look at the juke. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Escaping the pressure right, and he's going to keep it here. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. It's caught here by Adams. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Rodgers to Allison. Good for a Green Bay first down. Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great. And defensively, a backbreaker. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Got a man, that's Allison. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage. And the 13-year man puts it through. And now it's a two-score game at 9, 16-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. So Stafford and the Lions now down by 9. 1:04 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. The end result, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Stafford completes it to Hearns. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33. Past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Stafford here, coming off his pick 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down to 7 seconds now, 6. One last throw here for Stafford. Open man is Jacob Hollister. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
I almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Packers, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now.